Hey everybody, it's Territory Wars.
Wow. Thanks, Scott Stapp, for those guest vocals. It's not another freaking podcast, everybody. Special shout out to the entire band Creed for doing our new intro. I'm your
I'm
host,
JD,
Will
and
Diamond.
fuck Creed.
How can you hate Scott?
Easy.
Is no one else going to introduce themselves?
Let's redo this intro. I was on mute.
Will always has a problem with the intro nowadays, I feel like.
Oh my god.
I
was
refuse
paying
to start
attention.
over.
But
This is Shane, Jake, and Tyler and JD. You've probably heard this before. You can figure out who's who.
My God.
what a fucking intro.
I mean, it's better than last week's. Fuck all you
No,
guys.
last week's was fucking great until y'all ruined it.
Oh, that shit was fun. So we're here for Territory Wars, as I understand it.
We are.
I think Scott Stapp said something about it before I left.
Scott is a very big fan of Territory Wars. He actually recorded those vocals wearing an AIWF t-shirt.
Oh God, no.
He's a big fan of the product. And Tyler, he does want you to know that he is one of those viewers you can count on. And he wants to offer a big Creed sponsorship.
Sponsored by Big Creed. I have to introduce myself here.
But we also finally have our commissioner back. We have the always bitter and grumpy. It's good old Jake.
I know you'd think I was
Hey,
competitive.
everybody! It is I, Richard Jenkins, here at the Secret Smart Show. I am running Territory Wars because I have been officially elected the commissioner of this imaginary fantasy football league, and I am here to show everyone. Oh, hey, Jake, what are you doing here?
Yeah, fucking. I like how you usurped me last week.
Last week.
In my defense, it was a unanimous decision by everybody. So,
What was it?
yeah, we put it to a vote, and everyone voted for you to not be it.
Mm. Yeah, well. Can I blame it on the Russians that I lost?
Always. That always works really well.
Okay.
So, how are we going to do this now since you have two commissioners, one legitimate one, me, and one that's Jake?
One that's Jake.
Keep fucking with me. I'll turn this into a Banana Republic, not the store.
Why not? They have affordable, high fashion.
No, I was talking about
Here
one
they
of
have
those.
sunglasses.
I was
They
talking about one of
do.
those deep in the jungle communist regimes.
Well, we're going to have to find a way to make this work. I say that I have total power, and you're just here for like a puppet regime
Mm.
kind of deal.
Moral support.
Oh,
I'm
like
a
North
puppet.
Dakota.
So I'm a puppet state. Rad. I've moved
I
up.
mean,
in the-
I can't think of a more equitable way of handling this whole thing. I mean, I am two-time Territory War champion consecutively.
Consider this is the first time we've done it.
No, I won two from the last one. The one where I did the Clash in Korea, and then I won for Clash in Korea again when I was the guest commissioner. So that's 2 wins. I think that puts me in the lead on this anyway.
I mean, he does make a point, Jake. You don't have any wins.
Well, how about this? I will see if I even want to be involved. You do your little D&D with wrestlers, and I'll see if I want to care.
I think this is going to be an incredible episode. And I didn't get to introduce myself because I had technical difficulties. My name is Tyler T.Y. Sutton. I am the promoter of Clash at Carpet City and Pro Wrestling Clash.
And
What
owner
else?
of a metronome. apparently.
But more on
That
that
was
later.
fun.
Jake, but yeah, I'm that guy. But go ahead, Richard Jenkins, with your bullshit.
that was just too fun. Sorry about that.
All right, so we'll do this as we always do. Jake, you go first with your promotion.
I don't have a promotion on the commission.
Exactly. Always a disappointment. Okay, JD, you go.
Yeah, I guess I can go first. This is our go home show, so it's a bit of a small card. Not gonna lie. The name is fun again. It's AIWF Robo Rumble Revival, the Tech Titan Tussle. My God, I can't say that. Trying this again.
You want to try that one more time, big dog?
One more time with feeling.
No, I
The
think
name
it was
of the
perfect.
show is
Keep
fun
it.
again. It's God damn it.
Big no.
Third time with more feeling. The name of the show is fun.
This show is sponsored by. Hey, okay. Wait, what? I didn't even get to introduce myself.
You're trying to
Alright.
keep up with the
Daniels.
Lord.
By the way.
That's a really good point, Shane, that you bring that up. This episode is sponsored by the new hit
This episode is not
movie.
sponsored by anybody. Nobody. We cannot legally say that. Anything.
Okay,
You know how
as
much
I was saying,
headaches
this movie
this
is
gives me?
sponsored by the soon-to-be hit movie Electric Boogaloo, coming in theaters in 1 month from today's date, which is not the date that it airs. So you're gonna have to do the math and figure out when this aired, and then figure out when the movie comes out, or you can just look up when the movie comes out. But it's gonna be a big hit. We're gonna play a trailer, real quick, a scene from the movie, and enjoy.
Oh, that's getting cut.
No, it's not.
Legally, I have to. Legally, I have to. I can bleep it, I guess, but I can't. We can't do that. We've
I
got
wish we could
podcasts
just,
removed
whenever
for
we
less.
cut to the scene, we just cut to the audio of Stone Cold's WCW music for like 5 seconds and then cut back to us.
Wait, I actually have one that we can use. So, Shane brings up a great point. This episode is sponsored by Steamboat Willie because he's in public domain and we can do whatever we want with him now.
Heyo.
Okay, that's fair.
All right,
And
JD.
Pepsi.
All right. The name of this show is also fun again. It's the AIWF Robo Rumble Revival, the Tech Titan Tussle.
A lot of alliteration. I like it. 5 points.
Yeah, I gave it to me. ChatGPT. That's a whole thing. Anyway, it's a slim card. So we're going to kick things off the right way with a title match between Matt Cardona and Seven. It's Seven's last chance. If he loses the match, he cannot challenge for the title again as long as Matt is champion. Matt wins, though, after Paulie low blows Seven with his trusty flagpole. He's still carrying that motherfucker to the ring everywhere he goes.
Poor Dustin Rhodes, always the challenger, never the champion.
Yeah. Not good for not Dustin Rhodes.
Because he's 7. Kayfabe, brother.
And our main event, because this is only a 2-match card, is the Robo Rumble Revival. It's a over the top rope battle royale with a twist. You have to be pinned or submitted before you can be tossed.
That's fun.
Thought so as well. So
I
the
have a
participants.
question.
Yes.
What if they are pinned or submitted, but then don't go over the top rope?
I mean, as long as they're the last one in the match, they win. So you can be pinned and then not thrown over and still win the match.
Okay.
So, our participants are Tank, Zach Dye, Paul Lee, Kevin Koo, Dominic Greeny, Trevor Aon, Seven, Bobby Flacco, Shane Daniels, Warhorse, Jaden Newman, Martin Stone, and our very own Jake Murphy.
Hello.
The commissioner? Damn, I always knew he was
Commish.
crooked.
So the commission does not make it to the Final Four. Sorry about that. Our Final Four, though, are Jaden, Tank, Paulie, and Zach Dye. Tank, at this point, has not taken a pin. So he eliminates Jaden because Jaden's already been pinned. He throws him over. And right afterwards, Paul hits him the fucking flagpole again and pins him. And then uses that with Zach Dye begrudgingly to help clothesline him over the top rope, right? Well, after that, Matt Cardona rushes the ring because he wants to make sure that his former Carney Bag Boy can't beat his current Carney Bag Boy. And, Seven cuts him off, and that's when Zach takes the flagpole from Paul, beats the shit out of him all ninja style with it, and then throws him over the top rope for the win. Zach Dye, the former Carney Bag Boy, will be challenging Matt Cardona, the AIWF Heavyweight Champion, in our season finale. Carney Bag Boy no more. Fuck you, Zach. I told you this was going somewhere, goddammit.
Yeah, fuck you, Zach.
Just out of curiosity, did you have any animals this time?
Paulie.
Doesn't count. We already clarified that last time.
He's a cryptid.
So called the or the is it
The skunk ape.
SCP foundations. May call those guys. One of your fucking specimens got out.
And he has a very large tent in Ringgold.
But curiously enough, doesn't have a residence there. Can't hold public office.
No, but he's got fans painted on the wall at least.
Womp womp.
He should get those. You remember those things from like the 90s where if you look at the picture one way, it's one thing, you tilt it and it's another?
Holographic?
Yeah, well, just it's the 2D thing. But it should be that for his crowd. That way it looks like they're moving when the camera is cutting on angles.
Oh, hell yeah. So if they're doing a sweeping shot, it looks like the crowd's just going fucking
Doing a
nuts.
wave.
Yes. You can have
All
that
right,
idea
Commish,
for
who's
free,
next?
Paul Lee. Well,
Yep.
if we're going by traditional rules for territory rules, which I determined, Shane is clearly the next one.
Shane needs like another minute. I thought JD was going to spend a little more time on his fucking show, but
I
apparently
did
not.
too.
What do you mean? You don't think 2 matches is a long time, including one that's a Royal Rumble finished in 2 sentences?
Yo, that Rumble lasted like 3 hours, all right? People were
not when you're
tired, ready to
telling
go
it.
home. It was as bad as last night's show.
Tank is really hard to eliminate.
And remember, last time I had a tag team ladder match that lasted 30 minutes because nobody could climb the tree.
Jake, are you laughing because it was funny again, or because you didn't listen to the last one?
Yes.
Yes, okay. That's a good fucking answer right there. Yes.
I'm a
Jake, do you,
politician.
do you recall the Pope and the Pope lasers?
Pope got
Wait,
upgraded
what?
with lasers.
The Pope lasers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all
During
don't
Will's-
remember the Pope lasers?
Is this something Lauren Boebert came up with?
No, it was during Will's show.
JD, keep the politics out.
You don't remember the Pope showing up in Global Force?
Along with JD and Beyonce.
It would have been more impressive if you guys had Pope Classic.
The last model of Pope.
Yeah, the dead one.
Wait, what? What did I miss right there? 'Cause all I heard was a dead one and we had a Pope.
Yeah, that
Pope
one.
Classic.
Pope
I was
Classic?
talking about the Pope showing up, and I was like, it would have been more impressive if you had Pope Classic show up. You know, the dead one.
God. I'm muting again.
What the fuck?
Oh. Well, Shane needs another minute. Will you go?
He
I
can't. All right, so this is the go home show. Me and Will been working up for the finale. This is the Ultimate Ecstasy Clash. It's sponsored by Adam Eve, Weenie Hut Jr., and Toddle Max. First match is the KO Open Challenge for the Money Shot Championship. Casey Owens cuts a promo and says he's feeling generous and is a fighting champion, and he's the only 2-time Money Shot champion, and he can beat anyone in the territories. Then George South's music hits, and he hits the ring, and the ref rings the bell. Casey tries to give his championship to the ref and turns around, and George rolls him up. 1, 2, 3, and new Money Shot champion, George South. Casey just, I don't know. He keeps winning and losing this belt. I don't know what's going to happen there. Next, we have the Global Force Tag Team Championships. This is a territories showcase match. Undeniable, the Global Force champions versus AIWF's Violence Forever. Good showing from Violence Forever. Back and forth tag team clinic. Unfortunately for Violence Forever, they got robbed by Matt Hankins when he distracted the ref, and Shane Marks used the title before the ref could see it. And they still a victory, still the Global Force Tag Team Champions, undeniable. Next, we have new Global Force World Champion Cruel versus Slammy McSlammer. He's a local person. Bell rings and Cruel choke slams Sammy, goes for the pin, pulls him up. Last second, proceeds to totally destroy him, put him through a table, and beat him ruthlessly. The ref throws out the match. Code of Cash comes down draped in gold. Every member has a championship. Brad says it doesn't matter who wins Feast or Fire main event tonight. All roads lead to the Code of Cash, and all roads will end with the Code of Cash. Camera cuts to the crowd, and who is it? It's Nick fucking Gage. Nick says no, Cruel's road ends with him killing him because he is a bitch ass, and he's getting his championship back. It's time to collect. A slew of Global Force wrestlers hit the ring, and fighting starts. Code of Cash, Bowdies everywhere. I had to clear the locker room and I sent security down to get control. And finally, after I got control on the Titantron, it was none other than Will. You fucking
And the crowd goes mild.
Coming next month or whenever we fucking record, we have Ram Ranch Wrestling X Global Force Wrestling presents the Globe Long extravaganza of the finest fighters feasible.
Sorry, are you challenging me to a joint show?
I am challenging you to a joint show. You have a lot of my shit.
I do
And
have
my
a lot
old
of
person
shit.
just bit a lot of your security guards.
Well, George South's an asshole, but I accept. After that's all done, we come back. Feast or Fire, Jaden versus Effie versus Big O versus Wade versus Seven versus Andrew Thomas. Everyone goes right for Seven. He gets everyone off of them. Big O starts back and forth. They're beating the piss out of each other. Effie and Jaden pair off, exchanging European uppercuts. Andrew Thomas stops them, and they both double European uppercut him, and he goes right into a Big O kick, and he kicks Andrew Thomas's head off. Jaden goes for a case, but Big O stops him and powerbombs him into Effie. Big O goes for a case, and Andrew Thomas hits Big O with a chair and gets the first case. Jaden and Effie are fighting on the top rope, and Jaden hits a Spanish fly on Effie off the top rope. Big O and Seven are fighting, and O hits another big kick and gets the second case. At the second time, Effie slowly climbs up and gets another case, leaving one more case for Jaden and Seven, Wade. They all start fighting. Wade and Jaden work together to take Seven out. They start going back and forth. Jaden hits the first to last and gets the last case. So we're going to open the cases in order on how they won them. Andrew Thomas opened his case, and he got fired. Happens. Big O gets the tag team. Effie gets a money shot championship opportunity, and Jaden gets the heavyweight. Jaden says that the road ends at the next show. He's challenging Brad one last time. And that's what we're setting up for.
Sounds derivative.
It does.
It sounds like a cliffhanger, which is today's sponsor of the next.
I'm so tired.
Well, I'm sorry, what? Is a movie from 1993 not allowed to sponsor a podcast in 2024? When does that become a rule?
I mean, legally, we can get pulled for that. We've gotten pulled for less.
What have we gotten pulled for?
That poor puppy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she'll turn this one in too.
What puppy?
Well, it's all due to
I'll
viewers
have
like
to tell you
her.
off air.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send you a message, Richard Jenkins.
Fine. This show is not sponsored by Dune, and it is not sponsored by Cliffhanger, and it is not sponsored by Slim Jims or Pepsi. It's definitely not sponsored by any of those things.
And I'm really sad that you guys didn't pop for the Slammy McSlammer, the local guy. getting
I kept
squashed.
expecting him to be someone.
Yeah.
Do what?
I thought it was going to be secretly someone underneath the mask.
No.
He would have
this is
been
a
still
real
like him
person.
from my last show.
Are you gonna go, Tyler?
Go where?
I don't-
Everybody, welcome to another episode of Pro Wrestling Clash. It's the Snuffleupagus special.
The
And
what?
And the Snuffleupagus.
Snuffleupagus, Big Bird's best friend, imaginary.
Okay.
I almost feel like that could be a euphemism for doing coke, though.
Well, but
I
more on
mean, more on that after this podcast. I got you.
that. Anywho, this show wouldn't be possible for viewers like you. Thank you. Now we got that shit out of the way.
All right, David Young.
Not anymore. He got fired.
Oh yeah, he got fired. I forgot about that.
Yes, David Young was fired. He was let go, but he did give a video to let everybody know at PBS that he hates him and he wishes he never gets to see him again. And that was
Sure.
that. That was real weird to open our show, but we opened the show with Jake Murphy just absolutely flabbergasted on why he had to lose his championship to Martin Stone. But Martin Stone was not on the contract, but he is your champion, and he is demanding another title shot. And Martin Stone comes out. He does grant him that rematch for later on in the main event of the show.
I mean,
First match,
championship runs like his are only possible by challengers like you, Jake.
First match we have is Andrew Thomas taking on Aaron Dallas in a non-title PBS match. A whole lot of shenanigans. You would think this would be a technical match, but Andrew Thomas was just doing Andrew Thomas things. And Aaron finally gets the best of him, and only to get a pair of brass knucks in between the eyes by Andrew Thomas. 1, 2, 3. Andrew Thomas takes home the victory. Next match we have is Brad Cash and Sarah Dox against James Johnson and Selena Rose. I drew a blank there for a minute. You guys got to bear with me. I had a rough weekend. Just a simple little match. You would think there would be some glass to be stepped on or kendo sticks or what have you, but there was none of that in this match. James Johnson actually put the lock to the vault to where Brad and Sarah puts their weapons, and there will be no weapons in this match. But to no avail, Brad Cash goes off with his head on James Johnson at the finish of the match, with James Johnson and Selena Rose losing to Brad and Sarah. Next
They
match,
have a vault where
we
they
have-
keep
yes.
their weapons.
Yeah, he showed me. Has Brad not shown you?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're on that. Let's see here. What do I have next here? I have Casey Owens taking on the Carpet City Draw, Shane Daniels.
Boy, that'd be a hell of a match.
It lasted all of 3 seconds. Shane
Damn.
Daniels really took it to Casey Owens, and he just seemed real. Shane, you seemed real ornery in this match for some reason.
Ornery.
Like just really angry.
It was probably my Ula Mama Gata or whatever.
Medulla oblongata.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The medulla oblongata.
what Mama said. But
So you're
anywho.
part gator?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Gator don't take no shit. Anywho.
Gator's got his guy.
Anywho, Shane, after the match, Shane, with his well-earned victory, calls out Derek Neal for a big Hoss Humperdinkle street fight.
Damn.
A what?
You did say big Hoss Humperdinkle street fight.
Explain the rules, Chief.
A street fight, but
But with an erotic sounding name.
yeah, but with all the PBS mumbo jumbo. I don't know. PBS they give me these things, and I have to go with them, and it's from the viewers like you that make this possible. So I'm only giving what the fans want, and the fans do want Shane and Derek Neal, but that will happen at our next event. Now to the main event, we have Jake Murphy bound to get his championship back against Martin Stone. Match went about 12 to about 15 tops. A whole lot of back and forth. Jake tried to get his family and his minions and all those folks to try to get the sneaky win again to get his belt back, but to no avail. Martin Stone pulls it out from left field and quick roll up to retain his title, which I thought was kind of weird, but hey, whatever you gotta do to get the job done. Yes.
We can't be pulling it out anymore. It's 2024.
I'm about to spit up. Fuck.
Anyway,
I spit my armless Palmer out.
want some Arnie Palmies. Anywho, that is it for the Snuffleupagus special here at Pro Wrestling Clash. And this show wouldn't have been possible without the sponsorship of viewers like you. Thank you. And the house was at 50 people. And we were a little slaggy because there was a winter storm. So yeah, that was it. And our sponsor today was a new scent made by Dr. Squash. It's called, oh crap, Jennifer's right here. I better not say that. Can I say it, honey?
God damn it.
It's the new scent called Jenna Jameson's Anuses. So I don't know how that's.
What?
It might be some. I think
What?
It's like a 4 cent. Just go back and listen. I can't repeat that again. Jennifer's already looking at me like I'm a damn idiot. They give us money. Who cares?
They know you're an idiot.
Honey,
Jenna
stop.
Jameson's, huh?
Yeah, it's
Are
got.
you ashamed to admit that you watch porn? Is that what's happening here?
Oh no, I mean they're just telling me what the money where the money is coming from, and we just accept it. So
You're just ashamed to admit you watch porn. Got it.
no, I just don't ask questions. I just take the money.
So Jake, you gotta lay out the winner. What's your thoughts on this go home show?
Wrong. I have not even gone.
Oh, yeah.
Shame on you.
I know.
So over here on the other side of the globe, the cool one, We open things up after a 30-minute concert from Stevie Wonder and Scott Stapp. And we open things up with the Money Shot Open Challenge. That's right. George South is here. He's already punched a bunch of small animals and kids in the parking lot because we start his entrance all the way from outside of the ring, outside the fucking building, in the parking lot across the street. He's throwing people's car keys at birds. He's giving bulldogs to old people over the hoods of cars, and he's booking it to the ring. And by the time he gets in there, Scott and Stevie are still performing. He shoves over Stevie Wonder and spits on Scott Stapp.
As he should.
It's a frightful scene here in the Global Force Gymnasium in the Olympic Village. But George South is in here. He's spitting at people in the front row. Who's going to answer the Money Shot Open Challenge? Or whatever fucking music they come out to hits. It's the Cult of fucking Cash. They're a little upset that George South took one of their company's belts. So Brad Cash is going to answer the Open Challenge and become double Ram champion. He's going to be real ranchy.
Wow. So now Brad Cash is Money Shot champion and heavyweight champion.
No, the match just started.
Oh, I thought that's what you said.
No, patience, young one. So they're ranching it up in there, real Ram style. And Brad's trying to go for his signature move, the old school, on George South. He's got him set up for it. Brad's made about 3 laps around the whole ring, and he's trying to get that trademark 4th lap for the old school. But whose music hits? It's Nick fucking Gage, and he goes out there, and he's got one of those little Nerf gun thingies with the thumbtacks, and he shoots Brad Cash all over the titties with those thumbtack Nerf guns.
Can't send Nick Gage out with any kind of gun.
It's a Nerf gun. Nerf or nothing.
Non-lethal, you're fine. I'll allow it.
You allow that?
It's
What
non-lethal.
the fuck is wrong with you?
It's non-lethal.
It's non-lethal. Plus, who doesn't want to see Brad Cash get shot up in the titties with thumbtack Nerf guns? But I digress. So Brad Cash is
What
shot
about
up, but
that?
he's still maintaining that wrist lock. George
Maintaining.
South is fucking selling his ass off for him because he's a trooper.
Apparently, James
Finally,
Johnson, because
Brad
he locked up the
falls
vault.
off of the rope all the way outside the ring through the announcer's desk. It drags George with it because Brad is so fucking powerful. And we start getting that double count out. Who is going to get into the ring first? Both men are starting to stir. Nick Gage runs back down the ramp. He's got a fucking fire extinguisher and he's on a skateboard. And he's using that fire extinguisher to go even faster. And he comes flying towards Brad Cash, knocks him back down, and starts spraying him with that fire extinguisher. And he says, "I don't like cults. Y'all are nuts." And George South climbs back into the ring right as it's hitting 9. He starts doing the truffle shuffle. 10. Your winner and still Money Shot champion by countout, George South.
Nice.
Why was he doing the truffle shuffle?
Because it's George South.
Heat.
Okay.
The crowd hated it. The Olympic Village is historically anti-Goonies, and that's where we're taping today. So, moving things along to a much more exciting pace. We have the Global Force Wrestling Global Tag Team Championships of the Globe are on the line. We have undeniables Blazin' Bryan and Shane the Mark, and they are here against none other than AIWF's Left Hand Path. And it's an overall.
It's getting a lot of exposure this.
They
show.
are. They felt a little left out, and so they wanted to come and try to get some of the big boy gold. But it didn't work out too well for them. After a 7-minute and 13-second match, they get slammed through the Italian announcer's desk.
Damn. Got 'em
Rug
with the
back
Italian
in, stacked up
desk.
on top of each other.
Papa
1,
Hoops.
2, 3. And Blazin' Bryan and Shane the Mark retain the Global Tag Team Championships of the Globe.
I have a feeling Trevor's gonna break his foot off in your ass now.
Well, sometimes it be like that, but sometimes you just gotta eat your L's and move on. Blazin' Bryan was just too hot in that ring. So moving things along now, we've had some exciting openers here with some double championship bouts. So coming up, we have the Outrunners taking on Darius Lockhart and Trish Adora. It's a very one-sided affair. Trish Adora and Darius Lockhart get the submission in roughly about 8 minutes. Outrunners were just absolutely getting rolled up and wrapped up like some pretzels at Auntie Anne's in the fucking mall.
As opposed to Auntie Anne's where?
Well, there are
Lowe's.
a couple of regular stores sprinkled throughout the United States. The closest one's probably going to be the one that's in Atlanta, Georgia. It's a whole Auntie Anne's theme park that has a
We have one in the
pretzel ride.
mall in Knoxville. We have one in the Knoxville Mall.
Yeah. JD, do you not know what Auntie Anne's is?
I have no idea. No.
It's a
Are
pretzel
you fucking
shop.
for real, bro?
No, I do. I'm being a smartass.
Oh,
That's why I said as opposed
No,
to
there's-
Auntie Anne's where, because it's usually in the mall.
Yeah, I was about to say there's one in
You just
Chattanooga.
exposed yourself by saying usually, thus implying it's not always. Checkmate, atheist.
I actually
Yeah.
don't know because I don't think I've ever seen one outside of a mall.
They are all over the country, as I was mentioning earlier. You refuse to listen to facts.
Do what
Checkmate,
now?
atheist.
I mean, you're telling me what I am, so it's not really a problem.
Yeah, and a non-Auntie Anne believer. That's what an atheist is, right? So it doesn't believe
Yeah.
in the restaurant Auntie Anne's?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
is this like Shazam, the movie with Sinbad? That doesn't.
Shazam exists.
I know it
So
does.
moving things along, it's time to get back to some championship hunky-dory action. Adam Priest is defending that Next Gen Championship against none other than Action Mike Jackson. Action Mike has the mic while he's walking down. He's calling out all those kayfabe breaking fucking marks, and he's pissed at Ram Ranch Wrestling because he was supposed to be the one to get that shot at the money shot title, and it should be around his waist, not George South. But he just has to adjust the plans as they roll along. So we decided to grant him a shot at the Next Gen Championship. He gets out there, and Adam Priest, right out the gate, starts throwing Snapdragons at George South, or at Action Mike's face before the bell can ring. So he's a little blinded. The bell rings, immediately goes for those little chop block thingies to the back of the knee. Crowd is absolutely ravenous. How can you cripple this old man like this? He already has trouble walking, except for when he doesn't.
That's consistency in storytelling right there.
That is. And he just keeps on stomping at that leg. And Mike is clutching at his knee with one hand and rubbing his Snapdragon exploded eyes with the other. After finally regaining his sense of sight, he can finally see his target and starts slithering towards him. Ankle picks Adam Priest. He's got him down and he's biting on his ankle, but biting is legal here in Global Force Wrestling.
What? Y'all weird over there at Global Force.
No, we're innovative. And so he's biting the shit out of Adam Priest's ankle, and now Adam Priest is down to one leg.
How bad did he bite his ankle?
I mean, it
Enough
hurts
to take
really
off the
bad. He
leg.
can't put any weight on it now. So they're
He
both
just-
just crippled snake men slithering at each other.
All right.
And so they're locked up while slithering around. Ultimately, Adam Priest manages to slither on, take the back, start smacking Action Mike's head over and over into the ring. The ref has to call it. Still the next gen champion, Adam Priest. Coming up next, we have to finally get these tag belts back. Those Ram Ranch Rascals are too fucking ranchy. So we have a 4-way tag team ladder match
What?
for the number one contendership of the Global Tag Team Championship of the globe.
You got to explain.
So,
The ladder.
suspended above the ring is a platform. You must climb a ladder to get up there. Up there is more ladders. You have to set those up and climb those ladders,
Okay.
and then retrieve the giant picture from today's sponsor, Cinnabon.
I hate every fucking one of you.
No, it's the sponsor of the match, not the podcast.
But
This
with
is all-
4
All
B's.
together.
So much editing. So much editing.
So we have the crowd favorites here in the Olympic Village Arena. We've got the Bites McGee Hunters, Mark Haskins, and Alec Price. They come out and they shoot a couple Draculas in the crowd to let people know they mean business. We
Why were
have,
the Draculas in the crowd?
because you could never trust a Dracula not to stick their nose into business that it has no business being in.
Why were
Especially-
they in the crowd?
Especially bald Draculas.
Because the Draculas were trying to get the jump on the Bites McGee Busters. Haven't you seen
Yeah.
Blade?
Pay attention.
We've got the Jim Nasty Boys, White Mike and Timmy Lou Retton. The Natterday Saints, Bradley Prescott IV and Adam Slade, and the Sunshine Machines, TK Cooper and Chuck Mambo. It's a pretty fucking exhilarating affair. I mean, there's an exuberant amount of ladders in, above, around, beneath, and adjacent to the ring.
I don't feel like you're using that word right.
No, there's a few ladders just kind of adjacent to it, but in the crowd. We
I'm talking
sell.
about the exuberant.
Are these ladders not exuberant enough for you? See, this is why we don't book you.
You're not the only one.
But anyways, we're having a zany affair. Alec Price hits a dive through the top little narrow part of an open ladder and gets stuck in it. And so the Bites McGee Busters are real handicapped. And Mark Haskins, after taking a nasty spill off of that platform above the ring, is getting dragged away by some more Draculas. They've dragged him out of the arena. So surely the Bites McGee Busters may be out of this. Natterday Saints are up there brawling with the Jim Nasty Boys. White Mike is climbing up that ladder. He wants that giant sponsored briefcase covered in cinnamony sugar goodness. But what's that? Who busts down from the ceiling. It's Mark Haskins. He was fighting Draculas in the fucking air ducts. And as he's falling down, he manages to catch that giant cinnamon ball briefcase that, for legal purposes, cannot be described any further. And busts straight through the platform. Everyone goes spilling down. Mark Haskins hits the ring real fucking hard. He's got a broken leg, but he's got that sugared cinnamon ball filled with cream cheese.
Did you just willingly put one of your guys on the shelf for a year?
Just you wait. Just you wait. This is called character development, something your roster would never understand. So he's got a broken leg. It looks real gnarly. Alec Price has finally wiggled his way out of that ladder, and he's checking on him. But then he notices Mark Haskins. Wait, you have blue eyes, kind of like Kate Beckinsale from the hit franchise Underworld. What does this mean? And then his leg snaps back into place, and Mark Haskins grabs the mic and says, "Crowd and tag team partner, I have something important to reveal. I'm half vampire."
What the fuck?
I hate you so much right now.
And the reason he is so dedicated to busting these Bites McGears, these fucking Draculas, is because his Dracula dad killed his human mom, and he's gonna get through all the Draculas till he gets Daddy Dracula.
Did Vince Russo show up for your booking meeting?
I think so.
I do too. I really, yeah.
And the first step
Got
to
a
avenging
migraine.
his dead human mom from Dadgula is by becoming the Global Force Wrestling Global Tag Team Champions of the globe.
Dadcula.
Undeniable. We'll see you at the fuck. What was it?
Remember, I didn't even try it. That's why you do that weird. That's why I let you do it.
It's a very well booked show.
The extravaganza of the finest fighters feasible.
There we go.
That's good. It's really
4
good.
out of 10 needs more Gangrel run in.
Just
The
wait.
show's not done.
Oh, well.
God damn. Are you trying to
Just
call
Now
Royal
it's
Royal
time
Rumble?
for our main event.
Did I spoil the
Dixon
Gangrel run in?
versus Cruel for the Global Force Wrestling Global Championship of the Globe. And the champion picks the stipulation of handicap match, the entire Cult of Cash versus Billy Dixon. However, will he overcome these odds?
Gangrel.
Spoilers, he doesn't. The Cult of Cash is just too fucking ranchy for these boys to outram. Billy Dixon does get a good amount of help. The Outrunners try to help. Scott Stapp and Stevie Wonder are still here. They try to help, and Brad beats them up. Action Mike tries to come out and make the save, but his legs are still fucked, so he can't really do too much. And it just keeps getting thwarted. And then right when we think we finally got their number, Nick Gage and even Jaden Newman are out here, and they're fucking throwing Target shopping carts everywhere at the Cult of Cash. But out comes Darius Lockhart and Trish Adora from under the ring. They were there the whole fucking time. And they blast Billy Dixon with the Global Force Wrestling Global Championship of the Globe. And he's laid the fuck out there, and Cruel crawls back in there, sits down on Billy's chest. 1, 2, 3. Still Global Force Championship of the Globe. Cruel. But what's that? Who's coming back down the ramp with a crossbow with flaming arrows? It's Nick fucking Gage, and he's shooting straight at Cruel. He wants that global gold of the Globe. It is absolute madness. And they're going at it. He keeps trying to reload the flaming crossbow, but it doesn't really work because Cruel's just too tall. Cut to black while Gangrel sings that one Frank Sinatra song on the ramp as everyone's killing each other in the ring.
It's Amore.
No, My Way.
New York, New York.
My way. It's got to be my way.
Because I did it my way.
Is it my way?
Anyways.
Is it the Limp Bizkit version of My Way?
No. It's the perfect
That's
cell
good.
group.
That's
Then
a
you
good
got Scott Stapp on the card. You might as well bring in Fred Durst too.
Fred Durst is a wrestling legend. You think there's that kind of money here?
Yes,
Fair
actually.
point.
You know,
Now the
that's-
commissioner can grade us.
I understood all of that, Tyler.
It sounded like you were gargling a bag of dicks.
So he sounded normal.
Unless it's still broken.
Like his face is frozen.
Is it really? What the fuck?
Hold on, I'm not.
Yes, I won prizes for that.
Thank you.
Commissioner man, how do you rate my show versus everyone else's? Obviously better, but who gets second and third place?
Yeah, tell him, Jenkins, apparently. I'm not the commissioner anymore, remember?
No, you are.
Sorry, I was being panhandled. What was that? Am I picking the winner? Sorry, I live in a real city where there's real people, including hobos, asking me for change for the bus, which I'm pretty sure isn't even running anymore.
Did they stop running the buses in memoriam for Blouse getting hit by that bus?
Yep.
Yeah, there's been a permanent embargo on buses here in town. They're flying the buses at half mast.
No, they're just driving them at half speed in Memorial.
It's still dangerous.
Fly the buses at half mast.
When will Big Bus learn their
Yeah,
way,
it's-
the error of their ways?
So when you fly a bus at half mast, it's like those double decker buses that are open air, but it's just regular buses. It's not a double decker one. They just cut off the roof of it. It's really bad because it's kind of cold out right now. So
It's really bad on a rainy day.
yeah, I mean, fuck them kids. They don't deserve it anyway. So for today's fantasy football league, I would say that JD only had 2 matches.
One was 3 hours.
You didn't tell me that till after I'd already left, so I had no idea. I thought it was like a 10-minute match.
Well, you should stick around the whole fucking time.
I don't have time. I have to watch 4 different wrestling shows today. I don't know if you realize that. Tyler,
Yes.
are you still there or are you frozen? Because you're just.
Yes, I'm still here. What about that?
Okay. Your show was on brand for you. I am glad that you kept your cameras the entire time. That's a huge benefit. Last time, unfortunately, my subscription to PBS ran out, so I only.
That's
have
literally not possible.
I haven't paid taxes in years.
It's still not possible.
It's really not.
I don't. Maybe I just have the channel blocked. I don't like that communist propaganda Kailu showing up in my house, so I try to make sure he sticks away. So
Fuck that
there's
brat.
that. right? And Max and Ruby too. Those are little shits also. Shane, I love again the crossover that you had with Global Force Wrestling. I like it seeing two of my favorite companies on this podcast come together and make magic happen. So that's a big plus for you. Will, I would say it's my favorite one of the night. If it wasn't for the fact that Clash of Korea wins again 3 times in a row, guys, 3-peat champion, y'all have got to get the shit together.
So see, Will or Jake, this is why you gotta stop letting yourself be cooked.
Less work I had to do.
I've been robbed, and this is entirely your fault, Jake.
Jake's the co-commissioner. Co-commissioner, what is your thoughts outside
Jake's
of...
the cut commissioner. What are you talking about?
Well, okay, cut commissioner. Since you like to watch. It's set up perfect.
I'm the voyeur commissioner now.
Oh my
That
god.
don't get us sponsors. That's top-notch comedy right there. Fuck.
Sponsors, you and I are gonna get this banned.
All right, Jake.
Honestly, I was gonna give it to JD for fucking finally paying off the setting up for the payoff to the Zach.
Cardi
guy.
bag boys.
Yeah, for the finally setting up the end of the payoff for the Zach Dye saga. I was emotionally invested. And he also did like, and it's like I have a personal stake in that one though, because I constantly have to hear Zach bitch about the way he's being used on it every time I see him.
I find it ironic that Zach bitches instead of using that fucking gimmick.
So JD is the winner, it seems, on Jake's side from the commissioner.
Ooh,
This is
get money.
horseshit.
Get money.
Who was in second, third, and last place for you? Just because, for shits and giggles.
What's the
Just
leaderboard
because you
looking
need
like?
an ego rub.
I do. I always need it. I'm the Carpet City draw, bud.
I ain't rubbing no ego.
What's the leaderboard at right now for all this?
I actually don't know. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to all that.
I had a paper that was like at my fucking laptop that had the like the tallies, and like at one point everyone was tied, like with one apiece, and now I've lost that paper and I don't know where everyone is anymore.
So what you're saying is I'm still in the lead with 3 wins, right?
You're not even in the same league, bud.
I know, because I got 3 times as many wins as y'all. Pick up your game.
Well, this has been going on for an hour.
Well, this is a perfect segue to our closing segment. Sponsored. Hurry. Yeah.
It'll be life lessons. This week's life lesson is a very valuable and important life lesson. Always keep business
Is
cards.
he still trying?
It looks like he is.
Who, me?
You got muted, Will.
Oh. God
Oh,
damn it. I was like in the zone there and you just stopped it.
My bad.
All right. Anyways, life lesson, valuable life lesson this week. Keep business cards of people you don't like. So if you ever hit a car in a parking lot, just leave one of their cards and say sorry on the back.
Whoa, that's a great idea.
And that
I'm
life
just helping
lesson
you.
was brought to you by
Should have been nationwide insurance, considering he's talking about hitting cars.
You know what? This is directed to every single one of you. If your lives had faces, I would punch it.
Good. That's a good quote there, Kim Pine.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Thank you for catching that.
Jake.
So I guess that means this episode was brought to you by the hit film Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Dude, that is such an underrated movie. I love that movie.
Have you seen the
Well, I
anime
mean,
yet?
JT's over-
No.
Dude.
Check out
Watch
the
the anime.
You should watch the anime. It's brought to you by our sponsor, Skillet.
God damn it!
Hey, Jake. What do they do?
Bring more sponsorships.
Somebody stop recording.